Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Season 2 of Midday with Trey. I'm your host, Trey. Let's get right into the show. Let's get right into it. Today's guest is an associate professor in the theater department, and also the building we're in right now is named after her parents. Let's give it up for Robin Edwards Russell.
Yes.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and for those our viewers who may not know you, so I don't know how they might know you, but can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. Goodness. I've been at Coastal for over 25 years. Mm-hmm. But you know what? I also graduated from Coastal as an undergrad. So I started thinking about that the other day. So more than half my life
It's been at Coastal.
It's been at Coastal. I mean, I think I'm bleed teal every day. I teach in the theater department. Mm-hmm. I have 4 children. I have triplets that are 24 and a 26-year-old. Mm-hmm. And I love Coastal and I love what I do. Mm-hmm. Is that enough?
That's great. So how did you get involved with theater, like, way in the beginning?
It was one of those things where, and it happens to a lot of theater students, mm-hmm. You tell your parent that you want to major in theater, and they're like, no, anything but.
Right.
So I went through a few majors, mm-hmm. and kept coming back to theater. I went through a few more majors. Okay. And I was not a good student. I was not a good student. I went to a couple of different universities, mm-hmm. and I ended back up here at Coastal. Okay. And I'll go ahead and tell you this quick story. Mm-hmm. Majoring in theater here because of the faculty that were here. Okay. And I was again not a good student, and I landed in Claudia McCullough Cleary's class, mm-hmm. and she was a philosophy teacher here. Huh. And I was put in her class as an overload, which most faculty would get so mad when, no more, there's no seats. Mm-hmm. So she did not give me a warm welcome. She said, sit on the floor. Oh, the floor? Sit on the floor. And I was like, okay, I didn't care. I didn't even want to be here. Mm-hmm. All of a sudden, because of her and that class, a light bulb went off in my head. Mm-hmm. And the next thing you know, I'm sitting in the front row and I'm just asking questions, and it was amazing. Mm-hmm. I all of a sudden became a true learner, a lifelong learner, and I wanted more information. And I was hungry, and she was very pivotal in helping me to graduate and find what major I wanted to do, which was theater. And I ended up dedicating my thesis to her. That's great. And I think that's kind of part of my mission. Yeah. If a faculty member can make a difference in someone's life, that's a pretty big deal. So,
I can agree. I graduated from Coastal as well in 2021, and I've had a couple of people in the comm department teachers who I've just been like, wow, like I didn't even think about this career path until you said it. Like, they see, teachers, as I'm sure you see, you see things in students that they don't even see in themselves yet.
Absolutely.
I'm sure that's like an amazing feeling.
Yes, and you know what? You'll be able to give that back one day.
I hope so. So what does Coastal mean to you and your family? Obviously this building is named after you and your family's name. So it's like, what does it mean to you?
I was lucky to come from a family of philanthropists. Mm-hmm. And education was what they enjoyed giving to. Right. MUSC, mm-hmm. University of South Carolina, and then Coastal made up the third. And especially Coastal, my mom came from Conway, and she grew up in the country. And she remembers when Coastal first started that it was for the people that had to work all day long, mm-hmm. work the farms, take care of children, and it was a night school. Right. So it was an opportunity for those that could never get to be accessible. The education was not accessible at that time. Now it was. Mm. So I think that was something that she has always remembered, and mm-hmm. that was one of the reasons I wanted to give back to Coastal, to help students in Horry County be able to fulfill dreams of education.
That's great, because I know when I first started, or a little bit after I first started, we had the gala, of course, in her honor. And I was just, some of the amazing things that she was like, that I just heard she done is like, I went to school here, but I didn't realize how much impact, your family had on the community. So that's just like, it's just great to hear like where the names come from and where those states come from. So how does it feel working for the college where not only where your parents are named after, but that you graduated from as well?
I don't know. It's it's kind of, it's sentimental. At the same time. It is. Sometimes I don't want anybody to know.
Yeah.
You know, but I am proud of that name on this building, and I just wish, you know, my dad passed away right before the building was dedicated. So I wish he could have kind of seen what was going on here, because he loved walking through this building with Ron Engel, who has just recently passed away. And, you know, talking about moving a wall here, moving a wall there, and what the piano would go there for concerts, and things would go there.
Right.
So it's kind of bittersweet to look back on the past and then see it fulfilled. And I'm proud. I'm proud. Yeah.
Some of that one word, proud. Okay.
Yeah.
So how has Coastal changed since you were a student?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So much has changed. But what hasn't changed is the fact that it's still small enough that you get to know your faculty, you get to know the administration. The welcoming factor is still here. There's something about people that come to Coastal, and once you buy into everything, you're proud of this home. You're proud of what people did before you, and you're building that for the people that come after you. There's something, I don't know, it's different, but yet it's the same.
Right.
You know, it's everything just gets better and better.
Yeah. Age is like fine wine. I understand that. Yes. So I know when I first came to Coastal, not everybody, but some people, my classmates that I graduated from high school were like, you know, it's a party school. You have all these, you know, stereotypes, stipulations that it's like, okay, but anywhere can be a party school if you party. Like, I understand that, but it's really what you make of it.
Absolutely.
I was very involved in like student activities. I was involved with the Coastal Activities Board. You know, a bunch of things at Edwards, and like I'm proud that I go to Coastal. I tell anybody who asks me, I bleed teal, like you said.
Absolutely.
And it's something that I can look back and like, I made the great decision of coming to Coastal Carolina University, and I've gotten to see it grown even from when I was a student not too long ago to now. It's grown in so many different capacities.
You just wait, Trey. You just wait. It'll fly by, but you'll see so much more.
Yeah. It's crazy. But what is your favorite part of your job like now? Like what maybe it's like
students.
Students.
The
Okay.
students. Oh my gosh. To see that light bulb go off in their head when something finally sinks in and they're excited about it, and it's something that that they can take with them outside of after graduation, maybe a life lesson or anything. You know, they learn transferable skills, I think, in the theater department.
Right.
But to see that student thrive and have success and gain confidence. From a freshman to a senior, it's you know, I'm just grateful that I get to experience that with students. Yeah.
Seeing growth is something special. I mean, I have a little brother, so I've seen. We're 10 years apart, so I've gotten able to see it from, you know, a more mature point of view. So it's amazing. What are some exciting things that theater department has coming up for this semester?
This semester, we've just done one show, a Discovery Series show with the student directed. It went very well. And right now in rehearsal is Greenbird, which is kind of a Commedia dell'arte show that will have costumes, masks, all kinds of things happening. Ton of people on stage, like 30 people on stage in the wheelwright, so it should be exciting. And then after that will be Merrily We Roll Along, which is a musical that Adam Pelty will be directing. We are bringing in a guest musical director and a guest set designer. So that'll be pretty exciting for some professionals to come in, and they'll get to teach some classes for the students. Okay,
and so speaking of performances, I've heard through the grapevine you like to pick plays that push the limits in some aspects. How do you go about choosing these performances or plays?
I listen to the students.
Okay.
You got to listen to those students. They do have a voice, and they're pretty smart sometimes. So I listen to the students. They usually bring me those things that are edgy. And I read through them and pick something, and then, you know, of course, then there's a committee and there's a process that goes by. But I directed Urinetown. Yes, urine, as in pee-pee, urine. The first show of this last semester, and I thought it was pretty successful.
Yeah, I've heard all great things about it. We had a mini toilet in the dean's office.
Oh, yes.
Okay, well, that's all the questions I have, but we have a new segment on the show that I made just for you. It's called Rapid Response. I heard you came with good energy. I heard you came with, it's called Rapid Response. I'm gonna ask you questions, and you have to.
Oh my gosh! Now you didn't tell me about this. I love it. Impulse.
Nope.
This is impulse.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you 3 questions. I'm gonna ask you each question individually.
Okay.
Okay, you ready? You gotta give your top 3 of each answer.
Okay, ready.
As fast as you can. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Top 3 favorite locations on CCU's campus.
Oh, Wheelwright Roof. A courtyard in the Edwards building. The fountain in front of Singleton building.
Okay. What are your 3 favorite theater productions of all time?
Oh, wow. My production, of course, of Rocky Horror Picture Show. My production. I don't want to say that. A Rocky Horror Picture Show. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Rocky Horror Picture Show. There you go. Bam.
Okay. And what are your 3 favorite foods?
Oh my gosh. Pizza. I don't want to say cheese, but that's with pizza. Pizza. Oh my God. Pizza. Biscuit.
Biscuit. Okay.
Pizza, biscuit. And strawberries.
Strawberries. Okay. That's it.
That's so weird.
That's it.
What's yours?
My 3 favorite are macaroni and cheese, risotto. I've come into like risotto recently.
Of course. Okay.
Risotto.
And I picked.
No. And I like anything with like a garlic aioli.
Oh yeah, I can smell that garlic on you today.
I don't even.
No, I think you had it last night.
Nothing.
So what are your 3 favorite colors?
3 favorite colors. Top one is royal blue. Then it's royal blue.
You better say teal.
Of course, royal blue, teal, and then I think burgundy.
There you go. Okay. Okay. Thank you for letting me rapid you back.
Yeah. That wraps up the interview. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you. Yeah. Come visit a class.
I wanted to do a segment eventually where we go into like a theater class and we learn, or we like may learn a choreography or learn like a musical.
Yes.
See how they do. I want to live in student shoes for a little bit for the day.
Beautiful. I love that. It's a great idea.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Robin Edwards Russell, everybody.
Thank you.
All right, it's that time again. Time for the hat of the week. The hat for this week is this very colorful SpongeBob bucket hat from the Bahamas. Around Christmas break, my parents and my brother went to the Bahamas. They went on a cruise, and they got me this hat. And I asked them specifically, I said, I want you to get me a hat that I don't have, a weird hat that, if you see it on the street or you see it in like anywhere in the gift shop, just if it looks like me, pick it out. And this is apparently what looks like me. So a little backstory, but SpongeBob was always my favorite cartoon growing up. My room used to be decorated with cartoons when I was a kid. It was decorated with SpongeBob's, and so this is a fitting hat that I did not have. I don't have any bucket hats until now, so this is actually a fitting hat. As you can see, some different stuff on the back, and it has a SpongeBob pirate hat in the front. So this is the hat of the week. All right, that wraps up this week's episode of Midday with Trey. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and make sure you follow our social media pages down below. We have nice little animations for you right here. We have a Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube page. Obviously, YouTube, if you're seeing this on YouTube, that's where it is. But yeah, we have all these different pages that we upload different content to, so make sure you guys subscribe or follow each of the pages, and I hope to see you guys next week, same time, same place. Bye.